Did you know you might be paying thousands of dollars more than you have to when selling a house in probate in California? What if I told you there was a way you could avoid that? We'll get into that next. Welcome back to the channel featuring the leading probate real estate team in all of California. I'm Brendan Mohr, Realtor and Certified Probate and Trust Specialist by the California Association of Realtors.
And I'm Bill Heyman. I'm a licensed California professional fiduciary, as well as I'm a registered and bonded legal document assistant specializing in probate work. And lastly, I'm also a licensed California real estate broker.
Please like and subscribe right now. If you're looking to save time, money, and avoid the headaches of probate, call us today. We've helped families in California save thousands in costs and fees. We may be able to do the same for you. Our contact info is in the About section. Don't wait. Let's talk today. So it's selling a house in probate in California without paying thousands of dollars in legal fees. In probate, there's a lot of costs and potentially even more costs than some others would actually pay. Depends how they do probate the estate.
Yeah, for sure.
The biggest one, I would say, are attorney's fees.
Yeah.
And attorneys charge what's called a statutory fee. It's written in the probate code.
It is.
And that could really be costly. Then there's court costs. And how can court costs really add up in probate?
Well, in general, your court costs are pretty much fixed for the most part. And whether you use an attorney, try it yourself, or use a service like what we provide, you're still going to have those court costs. There is one court cost, though, that can really nail you if you're not careful, and that's the publication fee. As hopefully a lot of our viewers know from past videos, whenever you probate an estate, you have to publish what's called a probate notice, and that's fine. And newspapers, depending which county you're in and city and where the court recognizes which paper, it could be anywhere from $250 up to pushing $1,000 just to run that newspaper ad. Where you can run into extra costs is, and I've seen this happen, you go and start the probate process yourself. You contact the newspaper and say, hey, I need to publish a probate notice. Okay, great, they get it going. You pay their $300, $400, $500, $800 fee, whatever it is, and they publish. But they didn't publish it correctly, or you didn't look over the proof. Everything in that ad has to be perfect for the court. If it's not, and I've seen this happen, if it's off by one word, when your hearing date comes, the judge is going to say, no, publication wrong, go do it again. So now you got to go back and republish, putting out another $300, $400, $500, $1,000. So that can be a pretty significant mistake, and I have seen that happen a lot.
Now, beyond attorney's fees and court costs, delays can also be costly. And even if you have an attorney, there can be significant delays.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I can give an example of an ongoing case I have right now. It's down in Kern County, and the client started the probate on his own, and he was trying to do his best, and he is working with a broker down there that I've worked with in the past. And the broker saw that he was having some trouble, so he contacted me to possibly assist, which I ended up helping out. And we got to the first hearing date, and it was all based on what the client had filed himself, and it was incorrect. So the judge continued the matter for another hearing date. Well, some courts push that hearing date out pretty far, and in Kern County, this was pushed out 6 months for the next hearing date. Well, this client has a $1,400 a month mortgage payment on that probate home that he can't really afford. So now he's out an additional $8,400. That's $8,400 because of that delay.
So a big way that people can save is by cutting the legal fees themselves.
Sure.
And there's, I would say, a huge misconception of how to do that in California.
Yeah.
People will either try to save by doing it themselves, and probate is actually very difficult to get through. They might find it easy once they file that first petition and they get their court appointment and get going from there. They might think that they have it made. They don't realize that probate is hardest when?
Oh, well, it's hardest at the end, and probate progressively gets harder. A lot of people don't realize that you can literally almost write anything on that initial petition and go file it with the court. And the court will file it, and they'll give you a hearing date, but they won't tell you whether something's wrong or right when you go to file it. So it appears to be very easy at the beginning. And it is to file a petition, but believe me, once that petition is filed, a whole bunch of steps that get more complicated as you go are set into motion. And if you don't hit each step exactly the way the court wants it, you're in for delays and issues.
Yeah, we've seen people in probate for years and years trying to do it on their own.
Yep.
Then they get frustrated, or maybe they started with an attorney at the start, and that's great if they feel they need legal advice.
Sure.
But there's other services, there are other options out there in between both of those worlds.
Absolutely. I think in society, it's literally almost ingrained in our minds that mom or dad passes away, got to go to an attorney. And in some cases you do, but a lot of people just automatically think attorney when there are other options that can save you a ton of money out there when it comes to probate.
What would one of those big options be, Bill?
Well, one of the big options obviously is to use a service like what we provide. And that is where I'm a non-attorney probate service. And there are other legal document assistants out there, but we kind of have a special, unique service that we provide that I don't think anybody else in California does. Yeah, but using someone such as myself is going to save you a lot of money, a lot of the attorney and legal fees. You could also do it yourself, but we talked a minute ago about some of the issues that can come up when you try to do it yourself. You can fall into what looks like maybe just a pit that's about 6 inches deep, but as you go along, you're going to start to realize that probate pit is bottomless.
And essentially our service is, like you said, very unique. I don't know of another service in California quite like ours, because when there's a house in probate that needs to be sold, you will save many thousands of dollars when Bill will probate your estate and our team will sell and list the house. We do this in every county in California.
Yeah.
I'm a realtor within the Sacramento area. I'll work within about 2 hours, but we are connected with realtors who know probate in every county in California. So we will connect you with that. And it's very important that you hire a realtor who knows probate. I've said it a lot on our channel before. Everybody knows a realtor, but almost nobody knows a realtor who knows probate. And it's extremely complicated. You're seeing this video that we put on our YouTube channel. My #1 call on our YouTube channel is from other realtors around the state asking me how to solve their unique problem in probate. Often agents who have been in the business for several decades.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how complicated probate is on the real estate side, or usually especially the listing agent. Now, the probate administration service, which is what Bill does, there's a good reason why it matters, why your service understands the real estate world. And in addition to being a legal document assistant and licensed professional fiduciary, you're a licensed real estate broker.
Right, right.
And I like how you've described this before, that
Sure.
real estate world and the legal world are on 2 different tracks.
Yeah, they really are. They're on 2 separate tracks. And one way I like to think of it is, if you imagine you're looking at a set of railroad tracks for 10 miles, and you're looking down at them, they're running parallel to each other. But as you look off in the distance, it looks like they come together. And that's actually true of the probate track and the real estate track. They start out separately, and there needs to be some coordination between them. But at the end of the track, way down the road, they merge together. They're successful in getting the probate real estate sold. So it's really important that as the probate train and the real estate train are running down those parallel tracks, there needs to be coordination between them, and there's not always that, especially when you don't have a realtor that knows probate. That's where it's just really important to have a realtor that knows probate.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how often it is when you're using an attorney who doesn't really understand the real estate side of things, how those 2 worlds don't align. And you would be surprised how often that is, no matter how much it says on their website that they specialize in probate.
Yeah, and again, the result of if those 2 tracks don't coordinate and work together as they're progressing down the line is more delays and possibly a loss of a buyer. It happens. So it's just so important. I can't emphasize how important it is that you've got a good realtor that knows probate, that's coordinating and working with the probate service, whether it's an attorney or a service like mine.
Yeah. Now, you, in your unique service, you've saved clients a lot of money. And I know in some cases, you've saved a single client in the six figures.
Absolutely, yes, yes. I've actually had a couple of cases where I was probating a couple of very large estates, and at my discounted rate, both of them saved well into the six figures in terms of attorney's fees, so yeah.
So over your career, it's very easy to say you've saved clients millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been doing this for 40 years, so yeah, well into the millions I've saved people.
Yeah, so right there, you have it. You want to do probate in California, sell a house in probate without paying thousands in legal fees. It's pretty simple. Find yourself a good legal document assistant who specializes in probate, but we have a very unique service when a house needs to be sold. Give us a call. Every day you wait, the estate is losing money.
Yep.
There's holding costs, there's property taxes. You're probably thinking you have a really low property tax bill, but didn't realize that as of the date of the death of the decedent,
Reassessment.
there will be a reassessment. It may not have already been reassessed, but you're going to get that supplemental bill at a reassessed amount, and they're going to be doing that every year after your loved one passed away.
Yeah, and the longer you wait to start probate and get things going, the bigger that tax bill is going to be.
So if you want to save thousands of dollars and simplify the probate process, give us a call today. Our information is on the channel. We'll just give you honest advice. Just give us a call. We'll tell you what we think. And there's no pressure. Just give us a call and we'll give you real solutions.
We're just here to help.